Hey there, thank you for registering and tuning in to the video. I think in the next 15 minutes, you're going to get exclusive access to one of our coming soon listings, where I think you're going to get a pretty good idea if this has the potential to be the right home for you. So congratulations on your path to home ownership. I'll help you out as best as I can. Hopefully this is the right home for you. But if not, and you need some help, I'm happy to provide any assistance I can. All right. So let me share my screen, and we're gonna jump right in and get started here. All right. Okay. So this is 35 Tilton Drive in Freehold Township, New Jersey. Okay. So a little couple of housekeeping items here. Right, you're getting full access here. The pictures haven't been posted anywhere online as of now. The showings begin on March 13th. So the only information that you're going to get out there is in this video presentation and the photos below. If you have some questions and answers, I do a lot of live webinars and some coaching, where usually in the live webinar, you can ask questions, look in the chat. I drop links in the chat. But here, the best way to get your Q&A answered is through email or a one-on-one. There's a couple buttons on the page. You're probably watching the replay or recording of the video. You can schedule a one-on-one. If you call me direct, I think it's a robocall or another marketing call, or maybe some other realtor, and I don't pick up the phone generally. So schedule some time, and then we can jump on the phone. That's the best way to get it done. So what you can expect, I'm going to give you a quick market update just so you're aware of what's going on, a little bit of a tip on the home buying process, and then I'm going to tell you and share with you what the homeowners expressed to me about the home. And if you stay tuned until the end, I'll get into the pricing, taxes, estimated mortgage payments. And if you would need one, I'll give you an easy connection to a pre-approval lender. So there's some personal viewpoints here, some opinions that I express, but I encourage you to do your own due diligence. All right, so let's dive in, get started. By the way, I mentioned some live webinars. I do 1 or 2 a month. They're very helpful. I see a couple people that have repeat followers have registered for this video here. So welcome back to you. But I have some webinars in the works. One is avoiding these costly buyer mistakes. I'm going to go through about 5, 6, 7 mistakes that are easily avoidable that cost a ton of money. And for more information on these, again, schedule the one-on-one or shoot me an email. And I also have another one coming up on renovation fix-it loans, and I have a listing that is going to be a perfect home for a fix-it loan for a primary home buyer. Okay, so by the way, I am Brad Trebotica. I've been in real estate 9 years. I work with a lot of sellers because I use these, similar to what you're seeing here, AI-based target marketing to showcase listings if you have a home to sell via educational webinars. So that attract the most likely buyers for that particular home. Also work with buyers as an agent and a coach. And I like to coach people on the process. I know you have data and pictures online. You have a lot of information available to you. So I focus on just being preparing my buyers in the process and being a connector of resources and a negotiator based right here, Monmouth and Ocean County, New Jersey. And I have a wide referral network if you're moving out of the area across the United States. You also see some of the core values there, which is, you know, win-win situations, understanding your needs and communicating effectively and developing that trust, honesty, and ultimately reaching your goals. And you'll see I work with Keller Williams Realty. All right. So there's a bunch of Google reviews out there on my Google business page. Feel free to go take a look and see what others are saying as well. Okay, so before we get started, dive right in. Quick market update in case you're just getting into the market. So here are some interest rate expectations to make with Fannie Mae, the MBA, Wells Fargo. These are just a few of those experts out there. And just to set some expectations, right now we're at around high sixes, but we don't expect, nobody is saying that they expect the rates to go to 3 or 4% like they were a few years ago, but not even 5% in 2025. So you can expect somewhere in the sixes throughout 2025, and those numbers will fluctuate throughout the year. In terms of home prices, well, some good news here for you. Well, there's no steep increase projected, and the market's not crashing. At least that's what they say. So the good thing for buyers right now is that when you get the home, all the experts are predicting that there will be a more steady, manageable price appreciation throughout the year. So anywhere from 2% to 4% for 2025. So you shouldn't be losing money when you purchase a home. Now, inventory. This is still a problem, but it's getting a little bit better. Last year, existing home sales grew by 22% in 2024, and the experts are forecasting another 11 to 15% inventory this year. So hopefully you have a couple more choices available in your home search. Okay, so now from a consultation coaching perspective, here's my tip for all you buyers out there and you sellers. Okay, here are the steps, high level steps in a real estate transaction. And my point here is that negotiations are constantly ongoing. If you are fortunate enough to win a bid and get a house, that doesn't mean negotiations are over. So I just want to quickly walk you through the negotiations that you can expect after or as you get into this real estate process. So one is the offer. There could be multiple offers where you're bidding against people and you're negotiating multiple offers or one offer. So that's one negotiation. Then you get into attorney review. Now keep in mind, when you're in attorney review, other offers can still come in. The homes are still showed and toured during attorney review. So if another buyer comes in with a higher offer, better or more attractive terms, you can get booted out as a buyer. So when you're selecting an attorney, all you buyers out there, just make sure that you have an attorney that's going to act fast and get you out of attorney review as quickly as possible. So the attorneys will both send a rider to the contract, and then that rider has got to get negotiated as well. So that's negotiation number 2. Then you get into home inspections. You're going to get the home inspected. It could be a pool inspector, a structural engineer, a property sweep, a sewer scope, you name it, soil test, water test. Any issues that come out of that inspection are going to get negotiated. That's negotiation number 3 in step 4. And then finally, in step 5, you have your appraisal. Now, if you had multiple offers, it's likely that the accepted offer was over the list price. Now the question is the appraiser going to appraise it at that price, or does it come in a little bit lower, in which case you're going to have to negotiate again, and the seller may have to come down in their price, or the buyer is going to have to come with more down payment to cover that gap, or there's got to be some meeting in the middle. Okay, so those are the negotiation steps that you could expect along the way, and then you get into title, mortgage commitment, on your way to step 6, which is the closing. And by the way, for this home that you're about to see, it likely fits buyers that are moving up or expanding, growing families, etc. So if you have a home to sell, one, probably schedule a consultation so I can showcase your home in the next webinar. But at a minimum, you got to have your home listed, and you got to have a contract on that home before you're going to be taken seriously as a buyer with a contingency. Okay, and just remember, the highest price is not always the best deal when you have a contingency. Sometimes the more flexible terms will give you a better opportunity to get a home. So let's get into 35 Tilton Drive in Freehold, and I hope you're scrolling through those images below, and maybe you have some questions for me. You can email them to me or schedule that one-on-one. So we have a floor plan that is in progress. We'll have that ready for you. The seller's disclosure is available upon request for those of you that are seriously interested in touring this home. And we also have a survey. I love that cute little covered front patio there. Perfect place for a summertime coffee. So let's get into the location of this home. Freehold Township. You have New York about an hour north. You have Philly about an hour and change, 20 minutes or so southwest. You have Atlantic City to the south, many beaches 20, 30 minutes east, and you have Great Adventure 15 minutes away down 537. Now here's a more local view of where this beautiful home is located. And let me see if I can annotate here for you. Okay, so home is located here. You have your local high school right over here, Freehold Township High School. You have a beautiful Michael J. T. Park where your Little League and softball is. You have a convenient Route 9, and you also have 537. Great Adventure is down this way. You have the Manasquan Reservoir, which is a beautiful reservoir down here. And if you wanted to get to the beaches, Route 33 is kind of right up here out of view, but you just go through the neighborhood, jump on Route 33 and head east to the beaches. So this is where this home is nestled in this beautiful community here. Okay, so let's get back to business. So more about this home. So some general information. We have a 5-bedroom home. We have 2.5 baths. It's 2,720 square feet, a 2-car garage. There is no basement. It sits on a slab, and you have an in-ground pool that's relatively new. So this is a 2-story home built in 1971. Here's a picture of an aerial view of the home. And I wanted to give you some improvements and what the homeowners love about this home, why they bought it, why you might buy it. The pool wasn't there when they bought the home. They put it in within the last 5 years, but they love that pool. It's relatively brand new, and they love the summertime family barbecues that they have. So you'll see on the pictures, there's an abundance of natural light in the home. It's a great layout, volume ceiling in the living room. There is a pool club as well, but they love, even though they have their own pool, they love how it brings together the community. If you look at the picture here, right over here, up here is the pool club. So kids can walk over there, ride their bike, hang out with their friends at the community. They have food and snacks and beverages there. And it's just in an overall very convenient location. The school systems are fabulous. Nice wide street, as you can see, the spacious property. It sits on a little bit over a half an acre, and the neighborhood is just fabulous. You have a newer roof on the home, and also the homeowners recently updated the curb appeal, if you will, including a stone face along the front, new windows along the front and siding, and the driveway in the front of the home. Okay, so here's a couple improvements if you can kind of put on the imagination cap. The homeowners have mentioned these are some of the things that they might have done. So in this model, I've seen the kitchen with a center island right here where that wall is. So imagine this being a nice center island with some lights hanging down, okay, and overlooking the family room, okay. I mentioned the windows on the front of the home. There's windows on the side and the back that could use some updating. The upstairs bathrooms could be brand new, renovated, and I think that would include something to consider in that 5th bedroom as an expanded primary suite with walk-in closets. Has a lot of potential up there. So just some things to consider if you decide to tour the home. That's what I would be looking at. All right, now what's leaving with the home, or at least negotiable? Well, obviously personal belongings are coming out, and a ton of fantastic memories are being left behind for you. Hopefully you can make those same memories with your family in this wonderful single family home. So what's staying in the home? The washer, the dryer, the fridge, the dishwasher, the range. There's 2 sheds out back for some additional storage. The pool equipment, and there is also a pool table in the garage, depending on how you plan on leveraging the garage, that you could keep if you would like. Okay, so the neighborhood and the schools. West Freehold Elementary, Barkalow Middle School, and Freehold Township High School are the schools. You could see the high ratings of each one of these three. Also, keep in mind, go look at the Freehold Regional High School District website and look for magnet programs. Awesome programs where, for example, let's say your child was interested in law enforcement. Manalapan has a law enforcement program. Freehold Borough has a culinary and medical science program. Okay, you could apply to those programs even though you live in Freehold Township and go to those high schools for those programs. So pretty cool stuff. This area is known as West Freehold. I highlighted its proximity to Michael J.T. Park. The Freehold Township Little League and Recreation is very popular. You have a lot of great establishments to eat. Moore's Tavern, Tommy's Tavern down Route 9. The mass transit, for those of you commuting to New York City, is on Route 9 and very close to the home. Downtown Freehold Borough has a lot of great restaurants and some nightlife. That's also only about 5 or 10 minutes away. And you are also very close to Freehold Raceway Mall, which has a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, a new gym, pickleball, Dick's Sporting Goods, etc. Okay, so let's talk about comps and pricing. So there's been a couple recent closings in the area. You'll see a single family home that was closed for $825,000. You have another 4-bed, 2.5 bath closed for $850,000. The same model as 35 Tilton Drive closed at $870,000, and you have a single story home that closed at $900,000. And if you were shopping right now at the time of this recording, then your other options in Freehold are on East Freehold. There's 3 options in this price range. One on a main road, 537 at $875,000. You have another one for $873,000, and you have another one in the 800s on Hidden Streams. You also have one in Freehold Borough, which is nestled in between or around or in the center of Freehold Township, and that is on Brookwood in the borough. And there's one more, a bi-level in West Freehold across Elton-Adelphia Road, listed at $799,000. So 35 Tilton Drive is being offered at $850,000. And to give you an example of a mortgage situation here, again, this does not include closing costs. This is for illustration purposes only. Please contact the licensed lender to discuss your situation, your credit, and how it affects this situation. So the 20% down payment, $170,000 down. The mortgage would be $680,000 at 6.8% over 30 years. The taxes are $12,232. Home insurance, roughly $1,300. The pool club that I mentioned earlier is $150 annually. That's non-negotiable. It's part of the community. You have to pay the $150 every year, whether you use the pool or not. All right. So in this situation, you're looking at a $5,560 per month mortgage. Okay. So just to recap, and just want to make sure we covered your expectations. We covered the opportunities to join upcoming webinars. Please click the one-on-one consultation or send me an email. We covered a little bit about what's happening in the market right now, a refresh of the real estate transaction process. I hope that was helpful to you. An inside perspective and some transparency about 35 Tilton Drive, proudly beginning showings March 13th. If you would like a private tour, schedule a one-on-one consultation. How the sellers arrived at the price point, highlights about the neighborhood, and a mortgage payment example. So if you feel like your time on this presentation was well spent, if you saw value in the home, if you saw value in the way I go about coaching home buyers and connecting resources, if you see value in showcasing a potential listing that you may need to sell to up to 100 buyers on a webinar such as this one or a presentation, then I'm offering the free consultations for a limited time. I have it set up for a week out to help you accomplish your home ownership goals. So thank you for joining. I hope to talk to you soon, and we're going to wrap it up, and I will talk to you later.